Once you put your design up in KCDW, you'll want to be able to go to 3D, move around, and get a nice presentation view for the customer. So all you do is come up to 3D and click on it. We could have clicked on 3D here. And what you're going to see is the image come up in front of us, and we're at a default view right now. Well, this isn't going to be the place you want to stand. This is just to get you up and away from the design so that when you want to come into it, you move down and forward and get in the position you'd like. Now, what makes a 3D view nice is basically getting close enough to the design as if you were standing in the room. And you want to be about eye level. So what I usually do is I'll come down where it says Move Camera. The camera is basically you. Where do you want to stand? Do you want to be up or down? Well, if we come down, our eye level, we're about eye level here. Then if we wanted to come forward, we're walking forward. And we're getting closer. Now, once again, if we go too far one way, you can always hold the opposite button. It will go back. Forward. Now remember, if I go right, I'm walking to the right. Now, maybe I want to take this picture and I want to move it to the left, this way. Well, if I hold down on left, notice where the picture is going. It's moving to the left. Come down a little bit more. Maybe back one more click. And maybe look a little bit to the, move the picture a little bit more to the left. One more click. And we'll go right a little bit, let's say. Go right. Maybe back one more. And that's looking pretty good. Now, once I get my image the way I like it, as far as the visual location, I would want to come over to Options. And you see where it says Drawing Quality? We're on level 2 right now. And if I put my mouse over it, you'll notice where it says 1 equals line drawing, 2 equals color photo, which is what we're looking at right now, and 3 will clean up this drawing and make it a lot nicer for presentation. 4 and 5 is if you really want to impress your customer. 3 would be a setting that you could show the customer as you're designing in front of them and print it out and give them a nice 3D presentation. And you notice it does take longer to go through, but the actual quality of the rendering is much higher. This button here just tells us how much is done. If we click on it, you'll notice it goes back to the color view even though it's still rendering right here. So we can just click on it anytime we want and it's still going through this rendering. But once again, when it's done, it will say 100%, and we'll wait for this to finish. And once it's finished, we'd want to print it. Now, when you print your designs, you get your 3D view. That's usually when you want to print all your other elevations and floor plan views for the customer. So let's wait until this gets to 100%. Now it's done. We can come up to File. We'd go to Print Drawings. And you see where the 3D line drawing, your presentation is the one we're looking at, and here's all your other views. Notice they have plus signs on them. If I select all active views here by clicking on it, they're all highlighted except for Elevation 3. Well, Wall 3 has no units on it, so it assumes you probably don't want to print an elevation of it. That way, we've selected everything that's on this job. We can click OK. Remember, you can always tell it not to show the doors, or if it were for a customer, maybe not the unit numbers. In the dimension levels, you might want to go as low as none for a customer, but if it were for a shop, you might want to go to level 3 or 4 and actually show your unit numbers.